And we have with us today Kalpa, an old friend, who is going to take us to this deep place of bhav, this deep sort of. He's going to chant for us kirtan, and it's just wonderful to see bhaktas like Kalpa's been a bhakta for 30 years, and he's dedicating as much time as he can to kirtan. So when he goes around and chants wherever there's an opportunity, so we welcome Kalpa Vriksha. You all know what that means, right? Kalpa Vriksha is a desire tree in Vaikuntha, or is it Svarga? That you ask, the Kalpa Vriksha is a tree that Kalpa, anything you imagine, Kalpana, you ask the tree and you can get it. So Kalpa, we're asking you for, pardon?
I can't give so much today.
Well, we simply want Krishna in the form of sound or any other wonderful name of Ishvara that you care to share with us. And you're with Shivanesh, who is a great Shiva Bhakta. So here we have a nice ensemble where we have two devotees from different traditions coming together and recognizing the commonality of Ishvara in his various forms. So welcome Shivanesh and Vasudev, who I haven't met. So Svagatam. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us.
And we used to have these, what we call the last man standing kirtan. We start at 6, and you just go until literally the last guy's there, and he's like, you got to go. So we did that for many years. It was very wonderful. So our approach to kirtan is you offer from the mouth, and you receive in the heart, and you just make that cycle.
Jagatambe, Mata Bhavani Jayambe, Jayambe, 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 Jagatambe, Mata Bhavani Jayambe,
anybody's first time to Kirtan? Welcome. Very much so, welcome. So this is, Kirtan also has been very much, COVID kind of like obviously slowed everything down in the world, but prior to COVID, New York City had a very like lively, rich Kirtan scene. So it's like one of the great things about, city living is if you're willing to just like dig around, there's all these great resources. It's like Kirtan's one of them, right? So for anybody, I mean, for us, this is our quite a big part of our personal practice, our personal spiritual practice. So we have like myself, I have very like deep conviction in this process. So when we come out, we like to encourage other people to take this. But you don't have to like, attach it to yourself. But at first you should just like taste it, just try it. Right? No, like Dr. Bryan said, no hard and fast rules. Right? So you can be a tourist here and enjoy it while you're here. And then you can become a resident. So many of these songs, so since we're from mixed traditions, we like to very much share our practices with one another in a very respectful way. I mean, we're very much dedicated to, as Dr. Bryant was saying, we have, this idea of like what your Ishta is. But and the deeper level of the heart, there's really no distinction. And if there is, you're in the wrong game. Because the whole game is what? Is everybody actually coming together? And if you're not doing that, you're just fighting each other. And then you're just like literally going in the wrong direction. So this mantra was meant for that. This next mantra was meant to bring everybody together. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Mahadev Lord Shiva, and how he has the moon in his hair. Last night, or the night before last, I should say, a very powerful thing happened where the moon aligned with the two planets and they formed the tilak of Ma. During this Navaratri is a very auspicious time. The consciousness of infinite goodness, Lord Shiva, and the Divine Mother are the same tilak. This is a song about that.
So is there a point at which you'd like us to finish? Because we'll literally be here all day. Last man standing, remember?
No, I heard that. As long as you wait.
How much time do you have? What's the time?
It's 10 to 1.
We can still do
So, and
one or two
also,
more. Yeah.
I'd like to say one very important thing. So our initial interest in coming here was actually from hearing Swami's lectures. So myself and Vasudev were very much like huge fans. We were very, very inspired, and you were very instrumental in helping us like actually make a shift in consciousness, actually, about like all of this. So we're very, very grateful for that.
Thank you.
And so maybe it's, if you could just say 5 minutes words after, we'd
I'll do
appreciate it
that.
so much. So we'll do one more. And this last one is actually a dedication to none other than Sri Param Mahamsa Sri Ram. Please sing along for this one. Om Namo Bhagavate Ramakrishnaya. Om Namo
What the whole Soma team did here, it created a divine atmosphere here. You see, Kirtan, what happens is, this voice that we have, we make noises, we speak, we sing. It is actually divine in the sense that it is a vibhuti of God, a power of God. In Bhagavad Gita, we are studying the 10th chapter, which is called Vibhuti Yoga. All glories, excellences, powers are from God, belong to God. So when you give your voice in Kirtan, when you sing the name of the Lord, we actually acknowledge this. We acknowledge the truth that it's not just some biological function, physiological function that we have. This ability to speak and sing. We acknowledge the presence of God within us. We offer up our voice to the Lord and acknowledge the truth that it belongs to the Lord, it is the Lord. This is what Kirtan does. A very senior Swami in our order a long time ago, Swami Bhaskareshwarananda, he put it this way. In Advaita Vedanta, what's the ultimate goal? You ask yourself, who am I? And you realize that you are Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi. So you ask yourself, what is the self? What exactly am I? I am that absolute reality, existence, consciousness place. But then, he went on. This is standard Vedanta, Advaita Vedanta. But then he went on. That if you ask the world which you are seeing, usually in Advaita Vedanta we say the world is false, is an appearance. So the Swami, he says, then after realizing you're Brahman, if you actually interrogate the world, what are you? The world will tell you, Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman. If you ask the Lord, Bhagavan, Ishvara, in all the amazing forms, you ask, what are you? The Lord will tell you, Aham Brahmasmi. There is one indivisible existence, consciousness, bliss, shining forth as all of this. Swami Vivekananda said famously, he who runs away to meditate and die in a Himalayan cave has missed the way. He who plunges headlong into the vanities and the foolishnesses of this worldly life has missed the way. Then what is the way? If you can't run away from it and if you can't plunge into worldly life, then what is the way? The way is to divinize life itself, is to see God wherever you are, with whom you are, in every aspect of life. Sometimes I explain Advaita Vedanta using the gold and ornaments example. I'll extend it a little further and we'll understand what Kirtan really does. The gold and ornaments example is pretty easy to understand. We see a necklace, a bracelet, and a ring, and then we are told that these are names and forms. The reality is gold. And then we begin to see that, it is gold, that is gold, this is gold, that's gold. If you throw away the ornaments and look for gold, you'll never find it. If you think that one particular ornament is gold, you'll be trapped because once that is melted, the necklace is melted and made into a ring, you'll think gold is gone. But you realize the underlying reality. Gold is the reality of all of that. And that is the realization of Brahman, that one existence, consciousness, bliss, in and through all names and forms. However, I'm going to extend it a little further. Once you know what gold is, and you look at the ornaments, you don't have to do that Advaitic trick. Mentally separate the names and forms. This is not a ring, not a necklace, not a bracelet, it's gold. You don't have to do that anymore. Does any of us do that? We know what gold is. And we know what a necklace is, what a ring is, what a bracelet is. And we see, yes, it's gold, and it's a bracelet. And it's wonderful. In the same way, once one realizes what Brahman is, with eyes closed in meditation within, in prayer within, with eyes open, looking at this wonderful world, both ways, it is the same reality, same divinity shining forth. Within, inside, the inner radiance, outside with eyes open. Here is gold, that bracelet, yes, it's gold. Here is gold, the ring. Here is gold, the tiara. Here is that one radiant existence. Yes, the man, the woman, the chair you're sitting on, the space around us, this amazing, vast, steaming city around us. See the radiance shining forth everywhere. That is what Kirtan does to you. You see the divinity, and you see that shining forth, and then you take it out from Kirtan into your life. You don't have to sing and dance there, but let your heart sing and dance as you go about the business of life. as you walk and talk and drive and shop, as you enjoy and suffer, let the Kirtan thunder or sometimes whisper within you. Not as a practice, as a fact. Where is the Kirtan of the Lord going on? Here, samsara. This is the Kirtan. So no, Swami, this is samsara, this is terrible. In ignorance, it's samsara. In knowledge, in enlightenment, this very thing, Sri Ramakrishna says, it becomes Leela, the divine play of the Lord. Not only the Lord in all these forms, but in one special way. The special way is what religions call God. Ishvara, Bhagavan, as Durga, as Kali, this is Navaratri, as Shiva, Mahadeva, we sang, as Narayana, Vishnu, and as the avatars, Rama and Krishna and Ramakrishna and Jesus, and as the prophets who taught humanity. These are the radiant forms who embody the Kirtan. And the Kirtan points to them. Sri Ramakrishna, he says, I'll end with this. It's not a time for a full Vedanta lecture. Some of you are thinking, oh no, he's on a roll. Sri Ramakrishna said, his final view, it's very difficult to pin down the exact philosophy of Sri Ramakrishna. Is it non-dualism? Is it devotion? Is it dualism? Because if you read his dialogues, he moves very smoothly from a talk about the non-dual Brahman to an ecstatic singing and kirtan about Krishna, about Chaitanya, Gauranga. How does he do that? What enables him to move easily between an impersonalistic approach to the yogic meditation, to the ecstatic kirtan and bhakti, and shedding tears for the Divine Mother? So what makes him do that? He says in one place that after the attainment of Brahma Jnana, after the attainment of the knowledge of Brahman, you are Brahman, that one existence, consciousness, bliss. I'll tell you in Bengali what he said and translate. Bhakti bhakto bhagavan niye thaka, ei pakamot. Pakamot means the final, the ripe, the final opinion, the final conclusion which he has reached is after enlightenment. In various paths, you've come to the realization of this divinity everywhere, inside, outside. Then you spend the rest of your life, stay the rest of your life with bhakti, love. Bhakta, the lovers of God, and Bhagavan, the object of your love. Because it's the same thing. Today we were reading in the morning reminiscences of Swami Shivanandaji, Mahapurush Maharaj. So some monk says that at one time Swami Shivananda and Swami Turiyananda are speaking. That Swami Shivananda there and Swami Turiyananda there. Turiyananda was a classical Advaita, non-dualist. Brahman is real, the world is false. So Turiyananda is saying to Shivanandaji, this is all false, it's an appearance. And Shivanandaji says, no, why should that be? It is all true. It is all real. Now the monk who heard this, he says, I felt that they are both saying the same thing from two different aspects. This is all real. This is staying with this one divinity, one object of love shining forth as samsara. Samsara is converted into Leela then. Then Kirtan moves from the temple into your office, into your school, into... Okay, I can't resist this. I'll tell you and end with on a note of humor. There was actually this very senior police officer in India. It's a true story. It happened a few years ago. He was seized by Kirtan suddenly. And to the amazement of all the other cops in his office, he's like the police commissioner in a very big city. He comes dancing into the office. And he does all his work. Files and arrest this guy, put that guy in jail and whatnot. He signs up on. But first he dances a little, takes the name of Krishna first, and dances around the table and sits down. Yeah. And everybody found it funny, but you can't dismiss him because he's a police commissioner. And finally, the government was relieved when he himself decided to give up this top job and go away to Jagannath Puri and spend the rest of his life singing and dancing for Lord Jagannath. That put the government out of its misery because they didn't know what to do with it. But it embodies a beautiful principle to take this ecstatic love of God. This is not at all against non-dual Vedanta. Sri Ramakrishna saw this as the culmination of non-dual Vedanta. Keep it in your heart. Give vent to it in private moments or in public kirtan. Some are shy about singing. Sri Ramakrishna would scold such people. The Master Mahashaya, who wrote the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, Conversations of Sri Ramakrishna, so when there would be kirtan and people would be singing and dancing. Now he's a schoolmaster, so he's prim and proper. He sat there silently and he liked it, but he wouldn't get up and join. And Sri Ramakrishna scolded him. He said, you have no shame in showing all your, in Bengali they say, how many? 32 teeth. You grin and show your teeth before the schoolboys in class, but you can't sing and dance and take the name of the Lord here? So, what we do is, when we join in the kirtan singing, we acknowledge this voice here. It's not mine. It has been given by the Lord. I give it back to the Lord and hence purify the voice and purify myself. These fingers, somebody asked the Holy Mother after mantra diksha, so should I keep count on the fingers of the japa? I do. He said, the Lord has given you these fingers. What are they for other than to keep count of the name of the Lord? And she meant it in all seriousness. Everything here belongs to the Lord. None of it, not even our bodies, our lives, it's all there. We have appropriated it. Thieves we are. And to give our voice in singing, to repeat the name of the Lord on the japa on the fingers, to use these eyes for seeing the divine vigraha, the form of the Lord in a temple. These are the true uses of this body and mind. This will fulfill you. This will really fulfill you. Not pouring it endlessly. It's like pouring Ganga water into the desert sand. You keep pouring it, it'll still remain a desert. If you pour all of this into the samsara, nothing. You'll not get anything back. Just suffering and endless thirst. There's a Bengali poet who sings, "O Lord, they sit near the ocean of nectar and they die of thirst, never looking back. They scrabble in the hard, sandy banks, scrabbling for a drop of water, and they die of thirst, never caring to look back and see behind them the ocean of nectar." And my prayer to you is, my Lord, even if they do not want you, even if they do not ask for you, give them that which will quench their thirst forever, out of your own grace. And so this is how the Lord approaches us in different ways. We are very grateful to Soma, to the singers who have poured their heart before us in divine kirtan. This is the acme of devotional knowledge, bhakti. This focus is jnana. This effort we put forward, all of us together, is karma. And this is, of course, bhakti. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu.